Remember Family Affair?
Have a seat, my little toy.
In 1966, it seemed like the perfect, wholesome sitcom.
But in the years since it's left our screen, the feel-good series has been overshadowed by many tragedies.
But behind the scenes, it was a nightmare.
Followed was a series of tragic deaths.
From illegal child labor to co-stars who refused to speak, the truth is disturbing. Today we reveal 30 dark secrets they hid.
Carl, really?
Hit subscribe and do not forget to watch number 3.
Of course not.
We expose the shocking banned ending CBS refused to let you see. It changes everything. Let's get into it with number 30.
May we offer our congratulations, sir, on the cover of World Magazine?
That is an accident. I fell in the mud. I'm very sorry I let you down.
Number 30. Family Affair premiered in September 1966, right when Vietnam was exploding and American cities were burning. CBS didn't want reality, they wanted fantasy. So creator Don Feddersen gave them a wealthy Manhattan penthouse, designer-dressed orphans, and a British butler. Pure escapism. Those kaleidoscope opening credits? Jewels and sparkle. Translation? Forget your problems. Watch rich people be wholesome. And it worked. The show hit top 5 in its first 2 seasons because Americans desperately needed to believe somewhere, someone had it all figured out. Even if that somewhere was completely fictional and that someone was actually falling apart behind the scenes.
Mister, where's the ladies' powder room?
French?
Number 29. Sebastian Cabot wasn't playing a regular butler. He was playing a Victorian-era position that hadn't existed for 20 years. A gentleman's gentleman required classical education and exclusive service to one wealthy employer. The job died after World War II, but CBS loved how fancy it sounded. Cabot, a British film star whose career had tanked, took the TV gig purely for money. He privately called the scripts infantile drivel. The irony? Playing a disappearing job title on a show about traditional values during America's most revolutionary decade. That's 1960s television for you, selling nostalgia for things that never really existed. Number 28. Those pretty swirling colors weren't random. CBS's graphics department had a specific concept. A 1966 network memo explained it. The kaleidoscope showed jewels and glass representing 3 fractured children being made whole through family. Let that sink in. You saw pretty colors. They saw broken kids packaged for entertainment. The jewel imagery also screamed wealth, the show's main selling point. The whole thing cost $15,000 to produce, expensive for 1966. It ran unchanged for 138 episodes. So every week, families watched a visual representation of childhood trauma while eating dinner. Nobody caught the metaphor. That was kind of the point.
That's all right. I've been trying to steal French.
Oh, any luck?
Dinner will be served on the terrace at 9, sir.
Thank you.
Number 27. Frank Duvall wrote that cheerful theme song, and he wasn't some nobody. He'd already composed for My Three Sons and multiple variety shows. Duvall was the go-to guy for family-friendly TV music. For Family Affair, he created this aggressively optimistic melody that basically screamed, "Nothing bad ever happens here," which is hilarious considering what was actually happening on set. The theme became so iconic that boomers can still hum it perfectly 50 years later. Duvall later got inducted into the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame. That Family Affair theme helped cement his legacy. One catchy tune, decades of cultural memory.
Welcome home, sir.
Thank you.
Number 26. Uncle Bill's fancy apartment wasn't in New York. Shocking, right? The entire set was built on CBS Stage 9 in Los Angeles for $85,000. Expensive for 1966. Designer Alfeo Bochicchio created multiple rooms that stayed standing for all 5 seasons. He even got an Emmy nomination for it. CBS wanted viewers believing this was real Manhattan luxury, so every detail mattered. And it worked. Fans still create virtual tours, analyzing the floor plan like it's actual real estate. The show gave a specific address, 600 East 62nd Street. That address doesn't exist. 62nd Street doesn't go that far east. But nobody cared because the fantasy felt real enough.
Could you possibly stop saying yes sir, no sir?
Yes, sir.
Number 25. Let's talk money. By season 3, Brian Keith earned $7,500 per episode. Sebastian Cabot got $6,000. Anissa Jones, $1,500. Johnny Whitaker, $1,250. The kids had equal or more screen time but made a fraction of adult salaries. When Anissa's mom requested a raise after season 3's success, CBS said no. Their documented reasoning? She's replaceable. The premise isn't. That's Hollywood's view of child actors in one brutal sentence. Adult actors had powerful agents and contract clauses. Child actors had parents with zero leverage. The budget prioritized adult stars and fancy sets over the children whose faces literally sold the show.
Who's he? He's the maid.
Number 24. While filming Family Affair, Johnny was also playing Scotty Baldwin on General Hospital. He was 6 years old. Think about that schedule. Family Affair filmed 35 plus episodes per season. General Hospital filmed 5 episodes weekly. California required 3 hours of school daily for child actors. The math doesn't work without breaking laws, which is exactly what happened. When Johnny's parents objected to the workload, CBS threatened to replace him. The parents backed down. A 6-year-old working 2 television series while supposedly attending school. His later addiction struggles make perfect sense when you realize he had no childhood, just performance from age 3 onward.
And the British are coming!
To be sure, and proudly.
Number 23. California required 3 hours of daily education for child actors. Family Affair routinely filmed 12 to 14-hour days with kids on set. Studio tutors filed complaints with the state labor board in 1968 and 1969. Multiple complaints. CBS's response? Pay the fines, keep filming. The math was simple. Fines cost less than production delays. Anissa's mother later testified she'd work 12 to 14-hour days regularly. CBS Legal advised production, not our jurisdiction, parental responsibility. Translation? We know we're breaking a law, but we're blaming parents. The state could have shut down production but chose fines instead. Everyone looked away while children were systematically exploited.
Sit right here.
I see these cases every day, Mr. Davis.
Number 22. Season 3 had an episode where adults fear Jody's having a breakdown because he sees an invisible bear. Johnny later revealed, "I was having panic attacks on set. They wrote it into a script." The 7-year-old was working 2 shows, doing press, dealing with adult-level pressure. He developed night terrors and separation anxiety. A production psychologist was briefly consulted, but instead of reducing his workload, writers exploited his real mental health crisis for content. Johnny had to act anxious about an imaginary bear while actually being anxious about everything. The episode aired November 1968. Peak irony. A family show mining a child's breakdown for entertainment.
You wrote and told me that she needed a mother image. Now that is not me. I am a bachelor, remember?
Number 21. California's Coogan Law required 15% of child earnings go into block trust accounts. The other 85%? Parents controlled it with zero oversight. Anissa's mother, Mary Paula, spent most of it on personal expenses. When 16-year-old Anissa requested money for a car, her mother refused. Court documents later showed Mary Paula had blown through most of Anissa's income. When Anissa died at 18, she had about $70,000 left from 5 years of steady TV work. Her mother faced no consequences because the Coogan Law had massive loopholes. Parents could classify anything as business expenses. The law meant to protect kids became a framework for exploitation.
Who's this?
This is Mrs. Beasley.
Oh, well, she's pretty too.
Number 20. Mrs. Beasley started as a simple prop in season 1. Then Mattel saw merchandising gold. The 1967 talking doll retailed for $6.99 and sold over 2 million units first year. Total revenue 1967 through 1971, estimated $14 million. Anissa's cut? Zero. Her contract had no merchandising clause, standard in 1966. Mattel dealt directly with CBS, cutting out actors completely. Anissa's face appeared on toy boxes nationwide, while she made her regular $1,500 per episode and nothing more. Her mother sued for merchandising rights in 1974 after Anissa died. Case dismissed. Contracts were ironclad. Screen-used Mrs. Beasley props now sell for $8,000 to $15,000. Everyone got rich except the girl holding the doll. Quick pause. Did you watch Family Affair as a kid? During the original run, syndication, or cable reruns? Do you remember Mrs. Beasley or Mr. French's proper British manners? Drop a comment telling us which character made the biggest impression and what you remember most about the show. Alright, back to the countdown with number 19. And remember, don't skip ahead to number 3. That's where we reveal what was in the band finale.
Do you think I'm too old to play as Mrs. Beasley?
Well, you're getting to be a pretty big girl.
Number 19. By season 4, Anissa hated that doll. Johnny Whitaker revealed she'd throw Mrs. Beasley across the set between takes. Hard. She resented seeing her face on toy boxes, doing unpaid promotional shoots for Mattel. The doll represented everything wrong. She created the value, everyone else made the profit. Multiple dolls had to be kept on set because Anissa kept accidentally damaging them. Prop supervisors complained. CBS forced her to continue promotional work anyway. Set teachers documented the psychological damage. She feels the doll owns her, not the reverse. The comfort prop became her prison. She couldn't escape it.
Mr. French, they mean no harm. They're just children.
Children.
Number 18. Sebastian Cabot approached acting like Shakespearean theater. Precise, formal, every line memorized perfectly. Brian Keith used method acting, improvisation, emotional spontaneity, rewriting lines during filming. They hated each other for it. Kathy Garver later said, they barely spoke between takes. Sebastian thought Brian was sloppy. Brian thought Sebastian was pretentious. Their dressing rooms were on opposite sides of the studio deliberately. Director William Russell sometimes filmed them separately and edited footage together. The network loved the tension though. Their opposing styles created friction that looked like real chemistry on screen. 5 seasons of professional hostility disguised as warm family television. Number 17. The show gave Uncle Bill's address as 600 East 62nd Street, New York. Problem: that address doesn't exist. 62nd Street doesn't extend that far east, but fans obsess over it anyway. YouTube has apartment tour videos analyzing the set layout like it's real Manhattan property. Reddit threads debate which neighborhood it would have been in. People mapped the impossible geography. The set cost $85,000 and stayed standing 5 seasons. Designer got an Emmy nomination. The luxury was so convincing, viewers believed it was real estate. Nobody questioned the impossible address until decades later when fans actually checked maps. Sometimes the fantasy works better than reality.
You have to talk loud.
Loudly.
Number 16. December 1970, Season 4. Sebastian Cabot collapsed from exhaustion and was hospitalized. He weighed over 280 pounds, had health issues, couldn't work for 6 weeks. CBS threatened cancellation if filming stopped. Solution? Body doubles. John Williams, different guy, not the composer, stood in for 6 episodes. They shot him from behind, obscured angles, minimal dialogue. Sharp viewers noticed Mr. French never faced the camera directly in multiple episodes. CBS offered 0 explanation. Most didn't catch it. Cabot returned after 6 weeks. For over a month, the show's second lead wasn't actually in the show. The deception worked because nobody expected networks to be that ruthless.
Dinner will be served on the terrace at 9, sir.
Thank you.
Number 15. Uncle Bill was supposed to be the stable guardian. The actor playing him was battling alcoholism. Kathy Garver confirmed. Brian had whiskey in his coffee mug during filming. It was an open secret. His drinking got worse each season as resentment grew. Keith had been a respected film actor before this. He told TV Guide in 1968, "I'm playing a cardboard cutout with no depth." He wanted Uncle Bill to have flaws. Network refused. He's America's favorite uncle. The irony became tragic, playing a sober guardian while battling alcohol dependency. This fueled his desperate push for an honest finale showing Uncle Bill's drinking. CBS shut that down immediately.
Arthur, move over. You're not supposed to be here in the first place.
Number 14. Season 5 ratings dropped from top 5 to top 25. CBS tried something weird. Characters directly addressing viewers. Good evening, so nice of you to join us. Mr. French and the twins opened and closed episodes talking to the camera. Kathy Garver. It felt desperate, like we were begging viewers to stay. Brian Keith refused to participate. "I'm not a talk show host." Critics panned it immediately. The technique appeared in 12 of 24 episodes. Ratings kept dropping. CBS quietly abandoned it mid-season. Those episodes feel eerie now. Cabot warmly greeting viewers knowing he'd die in 1977. Anissa smiling at camera knowing she'd die in 1976. Ghosts saying hello.
Now, according to my schedule, you have exactly 1 hour to indulge in childish nonsense.
Number 13. Final season ranked number 19 out of 95 plus programs. It averaged 18.2 million viewers. That's massive success. CBS canceled it anyway in February 1971. Official reason? Changing audience tastes. Complete lie. Real reason? Demographics. The audience skewed older and rural. Viewers advertisers didn't want. CBS charged only $42,000 per commercial spot. Other top 20 shows got $65,000 plus. The show's cost per thousand was below average. CBS could make more money canceling successful shows with wrong audiences and replacing them with lower rated shows attracting younger viewers. This was the rural purge. Green Acres, Mayberry, Hee Haw, all acts same year. All successful, all wrong demographics.
Good heavens. I am a nanny.
Number 12. February 1971, CBS offered renewal on one condition. Everyone accepts 40% salary cuts. Keith drops from $7,500 to $4,500 per episode. Cabot from $6,000 to $3,600. Kids even lower. CBS called it budget necessity. It was strategy. Make renewal so bad the cast refuses, giving CBS an excuse. Keith met with CBS President Robert Wood. Wood told him bluntly, "Your show is for yesterday's America." Keith responded, "Research says 18 million disagree." Wood's counter, 18 million without money to spend. Keith walked out, never spoke to CBS again. Both leads refused the cuts. Immediate cancellation announced. Network got what they wanted. Cancellation blamed on greedy actors, not corporate greed. Number 11. The Deciding Years aired March 4th, 1971. Plot. Sissy graduates high school. Family discusses college. Uncle Bill gives speech. Everyone's happy. End. Zero acknowledgement the show was ending. No resolution. No closure after 5 years. Episode ends like any other. Frozen in perpetual wholesome stasis. CBS deliberately chose non-ending to keep syndication valuable. If the show could return someday, nothing needed concluding. Creator Don Feddersen fought hard for proper closure. Network refused. Financially smart, creatively bankrupt. Fans invested 5 years expecting resolution and got nothing. Just another episode that happened to be last. But that's not the finale Feddersen actually wanted to air.
We'll see all the
Buffy, why are you standing?
Arthur's sitting in my seat.
Number 10. At age 13, Season 5, Anissa was 13 and already in serious trouble. Cast members noticed behavioral changes, lethargic mornings, hyperactive afternoons, wild mood swings. Later confirmed she was using marijuana and barbiturates at 13. Her mother dismissed it. She's being a difficult teenager. Set teachers documented suspected abuse in reports. CBS Legals documented response, not our jurisdiction, parental responsibility. No intervention, no counseling, no reduced workload. Johnny Whitaker later said, "We all saw she was struggling. Adults did nothing." Show wrapped March 1971. Her drug use accelerated immediately. 5 years later, August 1976, she died at 18 from combined drug intoxication. Everyone saw it coming. Nobody prevented it.
Now, we've got the project started finally, so I'm going to be able to get out of here tomorrow.
Number 9. August 28, 1976. Anissa died at a friend's house in Oceanside after an overnight party. Coroner's report describes ages ranging from early teens to early 20s, minors and adults together. She was found unresponsive the next morning. Police reports list multiple people, but nearly all names are redacted. Who supplied drugs to an 18-year-old former child star? No investigation. Why no arrests? Case closed quickly with accidental overdose ruling. Her mother told press she couldn't adjust to normal life. Anissa left $70,000, substantial money proving financial success despite struggles. Her brother Paul also died of overdose in 1984. 2 siblings, both drugs, both cases closed without deep investigation. Pattern suggests systemic failure. Number 8. August 23, 1977. Sebastian Cabot died from massive stroke at 59. Found dead in his Victoria, BC apartment, alone. His career never recovered after family affair. Hollywood typecast him as Mr. French forever, erasing decades of dramatic work. He worked sporadically, mostly voice acting. Best post-show role? Bagheera in Jungle Book. Financial troubles plagued him. Medical bills from diabetes and obesity consumed savings. He weighed over 300 pounds at death. Friends said he resented family affair for destroying his career. His obituaries led with Mr. French, never mentioning earlier respected work. The character that made him famous became his only legacy. He died bitter, broke, alone. The Gentleman's Gentleman ended with nothing.
I'm Fran Heiger from Indiana with Buffy.
What is a Buffy?
That's her name. She's come to see her Uncle Bill.
Number 7. Brian Keith's daughter Daisy died by suicide. Gunshot. She was 27, struggling with addiction. Keith was devastated, told friends he'd failed his father twice. TV kids he couldn't protect, real daughter he couldn't save. 3 weeks later, July 24, 1997, Keith died from gunshot at his Malibu home, age 75, officially ruled suicide. He had emphysema, lung cancer, financial troubles. But timing after Daisy's death made the connection obvious. Some friends disputed the suicide ruling. Keith was a gun collector, could have been accidental. LA sheriff closed case quickly. His final years were marked by bitterness about family affair. He told friends repeatedly, that show cursed everyone who touched it.
Sir, that was our 3rd child, Sissy.
Sissy.
Number 6. Of 3 child actors, only Johnny made it out alive. But the journey was brutal. His post-show life spiraled into alcohol and drugs immediately. He'd worked since age 3, 0 normal childhood. When shows ended, he was 11 with no coping skills. Started drinking at 14. Late teens, cocaine, pills, desperate attempts to feel normal. Career stalled completely through the 80s. Rehab in 1985, relapsed. 1988, relapsed. 1992, relapsed. Finally achieved sobriety 1993. He's now an addiction counselor and speaker. He told Fox News in 2019, I was trained to perform emotions, not process them. When cameras stopped, I had nothing. He's the only one who survived and recovered. The only one.
Gotcha. You're gonna take good care of French while I'm gone, huh?
Number 5. One cast member thrived. Her secret? She fled Hollywood fast. Kathy was 16 when the show started, 21 when it ended. Older, which gave crucial perspective. She made a choice, leave after the show. Enrolled at UCLA, earned theater degree, worked mostly voice acting instead of on camera. She avoided the spiral that consumed Anissa and Johnny by refusing to chase fame. She wrote 2 memoirs, The Family Affair Cookbook, 2009, and Surviving Sissy, 2015. She's given hundreds of interviews about the darkness. Her analysis? Child actors weren't protected. The system chewed them up. I survived by recognizing it was toxic and walking away before it destroyed me, too. She's 78, healthy, living proof escape was possible.
Champion of the show, Puppy, owned by Jody and Buffy Davis.
Number 4. Don Feddersen secretly filmed 2 finales. CBS buried the honest one. March 1971. Creator Don Feddersen knew cancellation was coming. He made a bold move, filmed 2 finales during the same production week. The deciding years was the generic Everyone's Fine episode that aired. The second was titled The Truth About Uncle Bill. Same week, same sets, same cast, same budget. Both completed, both delivered to CBS. Network screened both versions. They chose the sanitized one and immediately ordered the alternate locked away. Internal documents marked it "Do Not Air" indefinitely. Why? Because the honest finale revealed everything the show had hidden for 5 years, and CBS knew it would destroy the wholesome image they'd spent millions building. The truth got buried, the lie got 18 million viewers.
Mr. Davis, he's too well behaved. He's repressed all of his natural hatreds, aggressions, and hostilities.
Number 3. Here it is, what CBS locked away for 50 years. The Truth About Uncle Bill opened with Bill at an AA meeting. He confesses to the kids he's been alcoholic since before they arrived, implied throughout but never stated. Mr. French admits enabling his drinking for years, hiding bottles, protecting the secret. The children discuss whether foster care would have been better than living with an alcoholic bachelor. Sissy, now 18, considers petitioning for custody of the twins. Uncle Bill breaks down crying. I was lonely. I was drinking myself to death. I used you three to fix myself. Episode ends with family in group therapy. No tidy resolution, just honest acknowledgement of dysfunction. CBS focus groups hated it. You've ruined our comfort show. Number 2, CBS claims the master tapes were lost in a convenient fire. The band finale's fate is suspicious. Original film went to CBS's Burbank vault, marked Do Not Air. Stayed locked 30 plus years. In the 90s, portions leaked when a former editor shared work copies. Grainy VHS footage circulated showing fragments. Uncle Bill's double-A scene, about 8 to 10 minutes total. Full episode never surfaced. Then 1998, CBS reported vault fire damaged numerous tapes. Among them, The Truth About Uncle Bill. Network claimed 60% destroyed, rest too damaged for restoration. Former archivists publicly disputed this. One told Variety, convenient that episode burned. Another suggested deliberate destruction. CBS never released surviving footage or allowed verification. Fans believe intentional destruction. Network never explained why this one explosive episode burned while thousands of others survived. Number 1. Here's the most disturbing fact. None of this matters to people profiting from Family Affair today. They're still selling the lie. Complete series DVDs released multiple times, 2006, 2012, 2017, show smiling cast, emphasize heartwarming family fun. Zero mention of exploitation, deaths, addiction, band finales. Bonus features include cast interviews, carefully edited to remove anything dark. CBS owns syndication rights and controls the narrative. Streaming services categorize it under classic family sitcoms with no context. New generations discover it with zero knowledge of what it cost. The show remains profitable 50 plus years later, generating revenue from nostalgia while systematically burying truth. The system that exploited these kids in the 60s still exploits their images today, selling wholesome entertainment while erasing the reality that destroyed lives. And there you have it, 30 shocking facts about Family Affair. Which one surprised you most? Did you know about the band finale before today? What other classic TV secrets should we cover next? Tell us in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of television's darkest stories, smash that like button, subscribe, and share this with that friend who still thinks 1960s sitcoms were innocent. Sometimes the sparkle and jewels were just hiding broken pieces underneath.